on the western edge of the Far East. Lies a peaceful country of spirit mediums and mystery, the kingdom of Kurayin. But now, the flames of revolution are threatening to consume it whole. But things like revolt and revolution were the furthest things from my mind when I first arrived in this land.
Death is not the end. Even after death, the souls live on in the Twilight Realm. And priestesses can commune with the spirits of the dead. Fear not death, in the name of the Holy Mother. Fear only the impurities of your soul. This blight on my soul. I'll have the child take the blame. I'm finally here. So this is the Kingdom of Kurayin, huh? A long trip. I don't know how many hours I was in the air. Just look at this place. Look at the street. It really feels like I'm in another world here. And that gorgeous temple. I read that's the center of the town. Wow, now it's right in the middle of the street. I have to get a picture of that. Excuse me, sir. I wonder what kind of bird that is. I've never seen anything like it. It's quite impressive. It has us. Excuse me, sir. What? Oh, yes? Pardon me, but are you Mr. White? Yes, that's right. Oops, hope he didn't. Hasn't been trying to get my attention all this time. Wait a minute, are you? That's right. Ahlbi Ergade? At your service. I'm a monk in training at Temple. And I'll be your guide around town. It's very nice to meet you. Am I allowed to say that? Happy what now? Okay. Hapurakai. That's how we greet people here in Kurayin. It's like hello, or how do you do? It's a pretty handy expression to know. Okay, let me give it a try. Hello, I'm Phoenix White. Hapurakai. My name is Phoenix White, and I want a small law office. Well, that's what I do back home anyway. Right now, I'm just a traveler. A stranger in a strange land. Welcome to our country. Welcome to the Kingdom of Quiet, land of spirit mediums and mystery. This is for you. Celebrate your arrival. Speaking of mystery, what is this mysterious green lump exactly? Allow me to explain. This is a famous Guyanese sweet bun. It's called a magnetaman or soul bun. It's shaped like a magatama. It's so yummy it'll send your soul right to the twilight realm. That didn't exactly make me eager to try it. Thanks. I think I'll indulge later. That'd be 20 damas. Thank you for your patronage. I have to pay? I always have plenty of those on hand, so just let me know if you ever want any more. No wonder his bag looks so heavy. He stuffs with all the tools of his trade. Oops, I almost forgot to tell you something really important. It's about Miss Maya. She can't come to see you for a few days yet. Yeah? When I called her from the airport, she said she was still training up in the mountains. I told her I'd wait for her here. Either way, I was glad to hear she's in good spirits. Maya Fey. She's a spirit medium who used to work as my assistant. I came all the way out here to celebrate the end of her ascetic training with her. Ahlbi, this is my first time in this country, so I'll be counting on you, okay? You got it, sir. Please don't hesitate if you need anything at all. I was right when she told me I could leave everything in your capable hands. She said that? That so was nice of her. I had a chance to show Miss Maya around a little bit too. There's one person Maya was worried about. It's me. Because we both know trouble likes to follow you wherever you go, she said. That girl worries too much. But you sure came early to the party, Mr. White, sir. I mean, Miss Maya won't be done with her training for another 2 weeks. I hate to admit it, but I came early because I was worried about her too. Oh, well, you know, I thought I'd get in a little sightseeing first. Ooh, sightseeing! Well, I'm your man for that. I'll show you all the best sights this country has to offer. Thanks. That would be great. I guess Ahlbi takes his job very seriously. Well, what are we waiting for? Those sights are going to see themselves. You don't have to shove. What's up? Temple, right there in the center of town. Something that I really want to show you. Wow, it's even more impressive up close. Allow me to explain. This is the heart of our town, Temple. It was created by the founder of Guyanism, the Holy Mother herself. I'm training right here at this temple to be a monk someday. I read that the people of this country are all adherents of Guyanism. According to my guidebook, it's a religion in which ancestral spirits are venerated. The Holy Mother was a great spirit medium who could communicate with our ancestors' souls. Spirit mediums become queen to this day, direct descendants of the Holy Mother. The spirit medium rules the entire country, huh? Talk about power and influence. The main thing you'll want to see when you come to the temple is the Dance of Devotion rite. The Dance of Devotion takes place twice, once in the morning and once in the afternoon. It's dance along with the song of ceremony is performed in offering to the Holy Mother. The dance of devotion has the power to summon forth souls. Hold it. Slow down. I can't remember all of that at once. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I got a little overexcited. Anyway, the main thing I got from all of that is that you really, really love your country. Well, that's true. I like this kid. Of course, it's hard into everything he does. Let's see. I guess I just explained about half of what I usually explain. So I'll give you a special discount and only charge you 10 dimes for the trophy. Thank you for your patronage. I guess he pours his heart into aggressive salesmanship too. But think of it. This man told me secret how I love my country too. We stood here for about an hour while I told her all about the Holy Mother. Really? An hour? Hope that counted as patience training. Because he seemed really interested too. So listen to my whole speech. Doesn't sound like the Maya I know. Mr. Maya was so kind and nice. She treats me really well, like a little brother. She's kind of like a big sister to me. This is Maya Faye you're talking about, right? Maybe she's grown up since I last saw her. Oh no! What's the matter? Is it that time already? We have to hurry into the temple right away. First, let me give you the lyrics card for the song of ceremony I told you about. There's an English translation of the lyrics there, too, so give it a read, okay? Let's go! But why the big rush? If we don't hurry, we'll miss the beginning of her benevolence dance of devotion. Her benevolence?
Ahlbi, your guy, you're under arrest for treason.
Let me in! Why won't you let me in? Because you're a foreigner. What business could you have of this court? I told you my friend is on trial in there. Police raided the temple in the middle of the dance performance yesterday and arrested Ahlbi on suspicion of treason. I was worried about Ahlbi, so I just had to come and see his trial. Troy isn't a tourist attraction, so clear off! You want a picture for your scrapbook? take one of me and get out of here. Look, you got it all wrong. Just wait. Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Yes, I'm a foreigner, but I'm not your average foreigner. What? I'm actually a lawyer. I get home anyway. What? A lawyer? I can't. That's not possible. What's he so shocked about? Well, whatever. Now's my chance. Nothing wrong with a lawyer entering the courtroom, right? Wait! Get back here, you! This is the county's courtroom. Wait, isn't that for malevolence? What's he doing here in court? The divination seance has been performed. I will now hand down my verdict against the accused. Guilty! What? Verdict already? But the trial only just started. Guilty? There's gotta be some kind of mistake. Please, take another look. Seance is performed by Princess Rafa, or Ahlbi. They show only the truth. What right do you have to question her abilities? But I didn't. Even I warrant that you, a devoted adherent of Koreanism, would dare doubt her insides. Non-believers will only be met with suffering in the Twilight Realm, you know. But I didn't do it. Your benevolence, let me explain, I beg of you. Be silent, impudent whelp. There is no merit to be had in indulging the rampant going of a criminal's unclean soul. But what in the world is going on here? The judge made his ruling based on something called a divination seance. What is Ahlbi's attorney doing? Wait a minute. Who is Ahlbi's attorney? Why is this happening? I didn't do anything wrong. Foolish child. Doubting the divination seance is tantamount to doubting the Holy Mother herself. Your Majesty, as royal priestess, and in the name of the Holy Mother, I command you. Impose the highest penalty against this unclean soul. As you command, so it shall be done, your benevolence. May her holiness grant us divine favor. Dear Korean.
Objection!
What? Wait, just one moment. Yeah. Me, my big mouth. Now what? Mr. White? What are you doing here, sir? Well, I'm in it now, so I have to do this right. Your Honor, it's too soon to give your verdict. This trial has only been underway for a few minutes. Excuse me, who on earth are you? Well, an ordinary tourist, Your Honor, just passing through. A tourist, are you? Haprakai. More importantly, where is this boy's defense attorney? Defense attorney? What Whatever are you talking about? He doesn't need a defense attorney. Wait, what? Of course you wouldn't be aware of being a foreigner and all, but we have no need for defense attorneys here in the Kingdom of Orion. We leave it all up to her benevolent secret power of spirit communication. Her divination seances determine all. What? But sir, do you see how unfair that is? What kind of insane court system are they running here? You dare mock me, you bob-headed buffoon. If you value your life, you will leave post-haste. Or shall I summon the bailiff? The bailiff is that big scary dude with the big scary gun, isn't he? So he'll be happy to oblige you with a bullet as a souvenir of your travels. At the cost of an arm and a leg, no doubt. Now, hold on! Mr. White has nothing to do with any of this! Ahlbi. Appreciate what you're trying to do, Mr. White. Never mind about me. Just go ahead and go see Miss Maya. What? Forget about me! You have to go now! I'm sure you can find another guide. There are lots more places I want to show you. But it looks like I won't get a chance now. I'm sorry. Poor kid. He's trying to put on a brave face, but look how terrified he is. What can I do? What should I do? Can't just let a verdict be headed down if nobody's standing in Ahlbi's corner. If a Ahlbi doesn't have a defense attorney, then I'll do it. I'll defend him. Defend him? You can't be serious. That's out of his mind. Forbid. Defend me, Mr. White. What are you saying? You can't do that. I most certainly can. Don't worry, I'm quite used to tackling all sorts of trials. Besides, can you imagine how furious Maya would be if I let anything happen to you? Mr. White? You are but a naive tourist, ignorant of our ways. But if you are smart, you will heed my advice. Do not pursue this matter any further. Looks like defending somebody is easier said than done in this country. Bailiff, throw this man out. Hold it. Your Majesty, if you please. You have something to say, Mr. Payne? Why not allow it, Your Majesty? Why not have him defend the accused? It could prove very interesting. Right, Mr. Phoenix, right? Why, Mr. Whoever you are? Prosecutor, are you acquainted with this traveler? That's Chief Prosecutor, Your Majesty. And yes, I'm acquainted with him. He's a defense attorney from my native land. I've had dealings with him in the courtroom before. Heavens to Betsy! What? Mr. White, you're a defense attorney? A defense attorney? Well, this is a shock. You may be surprised to hear that I have more than 10 years of experience. And there aren't all that many lawyers around here. Your Majesty, would you kindly allow us to proceed in the manner of my old country? But Mr. Payne, I've already made a ruling in this case. Call it the stars if you will, but I am most eager to give it a try. But I have a previous engagement, you see, a class together with the missus. Your Majesty, I agree we should have a whack at it. It sounds amusing. A score of years have passed since we last saw a defense attorney in this courtroom. A score? As in 20 years? What's the deal with this country? Mr. Payne, I want that bobbed head brought to me on a stick. As you wish, your benevolence. I, Chief Prosecutor Payne, will see to it myself. Very well, Mr. Payne. If that is what you and her benevolence want, I will request. As for the defense, I hope you are prepared for every eventuality. Every eventuality? What is he talking about? There. Are you satisfied now, Mr. White? Yes. Thank you, Mr. Payne. Sorry for not remembering you earlier. That's Chief Prosecutor. Or the Incredible Payne, as I'm also known in this country. You'll see soon enough just why that is. You'll firstly calculate to me before this very court of law. Why is he so strangely confident? Not only that, but what's at the gallery? Just to watch, and the defense attorney will try and twist the truth. You can bet on it. Get him, Chief Prosecutor! Where's the defense devil? Oh, Lord, back home. Now, if you would please give your opening argument once again, Mr. Payne. Certainly, Your Majesty. The accused is charged with 2 crimes: larceny and murder. Yesterday, the founders opened stolen from the treasure room of Temple. In addition to the theft, 2 other things were discovered in the treasure room: the dead body of Mr. Patrol, Temple security guard, and the empty treasure box at House the Orb, which Mr. Wall was in charge of guarding. We believe that Mr. Wall was murdered by the thief who stole the treasure. To kill a guard armed with a gun, what a terrifyingly bold act. I couldn't agree more, Your Majesty. Please allow me to submit as evidence the victim's autopsy report and crime photo. Since we had evidence presented in court as well. It's kind of refreshing, actually. They rely on the power of the seances, but our posse still carry out investigations. Thus, any proof I provide is indisputable. Oh, really? Well, forgive me if I don't just take your word for it. I can take the evidence out myself by looking at the court record. See just how thorough you and your police were, Mr. Payne. Just a deplorable crime. The audacity of stealing the sacred treasure of Her Holiness, our founding mother. It's a crime that strikes at the very heart of our nation. Exactly, Your Majesty. We must have let the culprit get away with these heinous deeds. Indeed, since these are best described as treason against the crown. Is this treasure really such a valuable object? How can you even ask such a thing? Of course it is! I still defend this treasure as the very soul, the maintenance of the Holy Mother. The soul is still within the treasure? I think I take that for a grain of salt. You don't believe me, do you? Of course I believe it. Somebody tells me I better play along. This kind of irrelevance is exactly why I dislike defense attorneys so much. Your Honor, your magistrate. What is it now? This treasure. I've never seen it, so it's a little hard for me to imagine. Can I see a photo of it or something? Of all the outlandish requests, you defense attorneys are truly beyond the pale. You've been getting awfully angry with me. And all those veins popping out of his forehead? It's forbidden for anyone outside of the royal family to view the treasure itself. They say that anyone without the proper spiritual power would be blinded instantly. That is why the average person has never seen the treasure, Mr. White. Yes, there are national treasures that are off limits to the public back home, too. For the benefit of the shamelessly uninformed defense, let me share this newspaper article. It includes photos taken about 8 years ago when the treasure was unearthed. These are the only public photos of the outer box in existence. What's more, the treasure box only leaves its Temple's treasure room but once a year. For a special New Year's rite that takes place at the palace. Therefore, this treasure box has only ever been seen by a handful of people. I hear there have been a string of thefts lately of historical artifacts from the temple. Right, Your Majesty, excuse the thievery of precious national treasures for personal gain. And the culprit is the accused. So he used his position as monk in training to get his hands on the treasure. Is that it? The accused family is by no means wealthy. To help with his family finances, he works as a tour guide in addition to his ascetic training. Thank you for giving an excellent outline of the case, Mr. Payne. Now then, no more questions from the defense, I presume? What? No, I do have questions. Even more, but you just asked a bunch. We'll make it snappy. My class starts in just a few short minutes. What? You still plan on going to that thing? There's still a lot I don't know about the case. I should ask now while I have the chance. Let's see, what else do I need to know more about? Mr. Payne, what was the motor weapon? The motor weapon was the treasure box itself. The empty treasure box left at the scene had a large blood stain on it. How utterly reprehensible, using the sacred treasure box for murder! The accused came to the treasure room with the express purpose of stealing the treasure. He climbed the altar stairs and snatched the box ready to abscond with it. But he was discovered by Mr. Wall, who had come to the room in the course of his rounds. After whopping Mr. Wall on the head with the treasure box, the accused forced the bloodied housing open and made off with the treasure inside. But the defendant's just a little boy. I hardly think he would be able to hit the victim, a grown man, on the head. Ah, very good point, Mr. White. I'm afraid that won't help you. At the time of the crime, the accused was on the stairs leading up to the altar. The accused elevated position would more than make up for their difference in stature. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Mr. Payne, your reasoning is flawless. What an elegant argument. Hats off to you, Chief Prosecutor. Your title is obviously well earned. Well, the accused's guilt is certainly conclusive. Unless there's anything else, I'm ready to announce my verdict. Very well. In that case, I find the accused. Just one moment, Your Majesty. Don't you think we're worsening the verdict just a little bit? I told you, I have plans to attend to, and... Ugh, I'm late. It's already started. How did the time fly by so fast? He's still stuck on that? We haven't even heard the defendant's side of the story yet. Your Majesty, the defense asserts its right to cross-examine the defendant. Huh? Did I say something funny? Cross-examine the... What do you mean by that? What? What do you mean, what do I mean? I seem to have some dim recollection of the process, but I can't quite recall. And little wonder, the so-called defendant hasn't been questioned in over 20 years. Should I even be surprised anymore? Anyway, I demand we let the defendant, or the accused, tell his side of the story. Is that really necessary? Of course it's necessary, Your Majesty. What harm could it do? I say we allow the boy to speak, Your Majesty. Though I doubt he'll have anything of relevance to say. Oh, how kind of you, Your Royal Painness. Very well, as long as it's okay with you, Mr. Payne. I'm already hopelessly late for my class anyway. In that case, the prosecution calls the accused back to the witness stand. Oh, but before we do, I better call my wife and apologize for missing that class. Any objections? Go for it, Your Majesty. Magistrate. Accused, state your name and occupation again, if you would. Ahlbi Brigade. I've been trained to be a monk, and I'm a tour guide too. Right. Now, where were we? Cross-examining the defendant, Your Majesty. Right. Let's do that then. At the defense attorney's insistence, I might add. He sounds a little disappointed. His life must have given him a peace of whole mind. Well, the defense had better get to it. Make it quick, if you please. The defense? Mr. White, I didn't know you were a lawyer. Well, I am. I'm here to defend you, Ahlbi. Don't worry. All you have to do is tell the truth and you'll be alright. You tricked me! What? If I knew you were a lawyer, I wouldn't have given you that tour! Get back that Magatama I gave you yesterday! Ahlbi, what's gotten into you? Don't talk to me! You disgust me! Now even Ahlbi's against me. But why? This must be a new experience for you, Mr. White. Being loathed by a client. Now then, accused, please give the court your testimony. It's in a court around noon. During the break between the morning and afternoon dance of divination. Devotion. Devotion. I want you to tell the court what you were doing around that time. Alright. I didn't kill Mr. Wool, and I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. I've never seen that treasure box with the green Kiranese butterfly on it. When the incident happened, I was in the hallway planning out my tour route. Were you well acquainted with the victim? Yes, he used to chat with me whenever we ran into each other in the temple. Mr. Wool was a monk in training when he was a kid too, you know. that Ahlbi looked up to him. But he had to give that up and go to work when his family needed money. That's why he became a god. But at least that way he could still stay out at the temple. He was so proud when he was put in charge of guarding the treasure box. He even got to carry the box to the palace for the New Year's Rite. The victim's parents apparently both died relatively young, so Mr. Wall had to support his younger brothers and sisters as well. But even with his job as a security guard, I'm sure things couldn't have been easy for him. It seems like his circumstances and Ahlbi's were very similar. Mr. Wall encouraged me to never give up. And Ahlbi, you train hard to make sure you become a monk one day. Don't end up like me, he'd say. He was always cheering me on in my training and in my tour guide business too. Why in the world would I kill a nice man like that? Yes, I see. You expressed yourself well. Defense, now that you've heard the accused account, are you finally satisfied? If so, let's draw this experience conclusion. But your majesty, I haven't even cross-examined the defendant yet. That wasn't the end of it. It's been so long, I don't rightly recall what this cross-examining thing is all about. A judge who doesn't know what a cross-examination is? What fresh hell is this? I really do wish I could remember how it works. Should I give the judge a refresher on cross-examination? Better save my breath. The judge doesn't exactly seem like a model student. I just have to watch and see how it's done. I didn't kill Mr. Wall. I didn't steal the treasure. I'm not allowed to go anywhere near the treasure room. Never even seen that treasure box with the green colonies butterfly on it.
Objection!
Oh, Ahlbi, why would you lie to me? So you say you never laid eyes on the treasure box, is that right? That's right. It's forbidden, so I never do that. In that case, how did you know there was a green butterfly on it? Huh? But because I saw a picture of it in that newspaper article. Nope. Take another look. These photos are in black and white. You couldn't possibly tell what color the butterfly is from these pictures. Come on. This bag. It just... move? Polonka! I beg your pardon. Polonka is the word in Kiranese that people use when they're surprised. You just expressed a lie. So this is the power of cross-examination, is it? You should be the one shocked here by your shocking lack of understanding. But, just a moment. If the accuser's lying, then that just makes him more suspicious than ever. And this just makes things worse for me than ever. Ahlbi, are you hiding something? Please give only true statements. I can't help you if you don't tell the truth. Don, I just can't seem to get him to open up to me. So cute. You have seen the treasure box with your own eyes after all, haven't you? Well, maybe I did take a peek one time a long time ago when I was cleaning the treasure room. But you weren't in the treasure room at the time of the incident, right? Of course I wasn't.
Objection!
That is a lie. You were most definitely inside the treasure room on the day of the incident. And I have proof. He does. There's a sign on the floor of the treasure room. It's a scroll entitled Notice and contains a list of temple monk duties. These instructions pertain to the day of the incident. And what exactly is that supposed to prove? The accused's fingerprints were found on the scroll. What? Oh no! Oh, is it? It's not here. It's dropped it somewhere. Indeed, you must have dropped it when you were busy murdering the victim. No. That means it was on the day of the incident. So this is the power of cross-examination. The more the accused talks, the guiltier he paints himself. Yes, it would seem so, Your Majesty. You took my argument and had evidence ready to refute it. But then that's supposed to help the accused. See, I told you can't trust lawyers and their lies. The woman's always said the kid's guilty. So declare him guilty and get it over with. Oh, everything's going all wrong. What do I do? As I suspected, this cross-examination system has served no purpose whatsoever. No wrong. Armed as we are with her benevolence is insane. There's no reason to doubt his guilt. So I guess I just have to poke holes in this inside of hers. By the way, this didn't prove to be very interesting at all, Mr. Payne. Nevertheless, I will now finally announce my verdict. Wait just one moment, Your Majesty. I haven't seen this divination seance for myself yet. As the defense, I have the right to check it. Is that really necessary? I have to get home and apologize to my wife. I guess you really did give him the business. Your Majesty, I enthusiastically support having Mr. White see the seance. You do? And why is that, Mr. Payne? Don't you want to see it? See the lawyer being utterly crushed by the power of the seance? And then watch him tearfully beg for mercy? Well now, I'm sure I'll make up for not getting to go to that class with your wife. It certainly does sound worth seeing, and it'll give me a juicy tidbit to tell the missus. I've been reduced to a juicy tidbit? Well, foreigner interloper, I imagine you do have to see it for yourself to be convinced. It's certainly unprecedented, but let's have the divination seance performed again. But then, right after the tale for begging, I really do have to be going. The only tale for begging is going to come from the prosecution when we're through. How pitiful the defense looks, still scrambling desperately for a foothold. Blissfully unaware that defeat and despair are all that awaits him. She is her benevolence. Your benevolence. By fire, Pandrima Karayan. Thank you for coming all this way once again. Your gratitude is unnecessary. This is simply my duty. Bob-headed attorney. Yes? I am told you question the veracity of the sacred divination seance. It would seem the depths of your reverence and blasphemy are lost on you. I'm just a foreigner, ignorant in the ways and customs of this country. I apologize in advance for anything rude I might say or do, your benevolence. All I want is a fair trial for Ahlbi. You would imply that the trials of this country are unfair? Do explain, outsider. A word expounded on truths imported by the very souls of the dead lack imperativity. What's fair about charges of no defense and no chance for the accused to tell their story? How dare you speak to her benevolence in that manner? You already talked to her benevolence? What does he know about anything, ignorant outsider? We won't stand for it! He must be punished! Thanks. I think I really stuck my foot in it this time. Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Punish him! Silence, one and all! She standing up for me? Be not discredited to my people. He merely expressed his opinion. Oh well, looks like her benevolence is going to be more reasonable than I thought. Attorneys are ghastly creatures with souls stained black by brazen untruths. The words of a lonely worm such as that are not worth troubling yourselves over. You know what? I take that back. None of his prattling can sway the truth of my insights. Most assured he will soon see the error of his foolish ways. Now then, your benevolence. The divination says, if you would. Certainly. Naya, my robe.
O Holy Mother, we hold this divination seance in your name. Let the eyes of everyone here be clear and our ears be unstopped. O dance of devotion, guide the victim's soul to me, so that we may receive their final memories in the pool of souls.